Hi everyone, it's Lilis. Here is my presentation for what I did during Unit 2. In the beginning, I would like to give a quick recap to those who are unfamiliar with my project. My project is around the communication of mushrooms, which being considered as a language. My outcome for Unit 1 is a workshop which helps participants gain an initial understanding of mushroom language. Moving on to the Unit 2, I wanted to have a deeper understanding into mushroom language. Based on my research, I found that mushroom communication can be broadly categorized into these three types, which make me feel fascinating and meaningful, because the content of mushroom communication is very similar to that of humans. It helps understand them better. I hope to bring more attention to this species by delving deeper into mushroom language and expressing the diversity and richness of language. Following that, I created a series of illustrations to show the first type of content the mushrooms communicate with, which is decomposing organic matters. The first two illustrations represent the decomposition of animal carcasses, while the third one represents the decomposition of leaves and wood. The content of this series of illustrations is divided into three parts. The squares in the upper part show the process of a mushroom decomposing food and then growing new life after absorbing nutrients. The middle part shows a mushroom wrapping a complete individual. The lower part shows the decomposition of mycelium. And these were created by printing the images from monoprint wooden board. Then I researched that mushrooms are deeply involved in symbiotic relationship with three main types, which are parasitism, commensalism, and mutualism. It reminds me that, as inhabitants of the earth, we are intimately connected and interdependent with every organism in the natural realm. Our existence is not separate from nature, but rather an integral part of it. These are a few illustrations I have created to express the sense of symbiosis among these species. The illustrations include elements of animals, plants, natural environments, and mushrooms. I started with monoprint and later colored it by Procreate. I also experimented with other visual expressions. I attempted to carve patterns on mushrooms and print it out. Although the size of mushrooms limited the suitability for larger images, however, I can explore using mushroom styles for screen printing in the future. I also tried combining monoprints with photography, but it didn't suit well with my illustration based on the content and style. But this can be used as pages in a zine which I'm planning to make. Here are some ceramics I made that about the relationship between mushrooms and mycelium. After discussion with my tutor, I will extract certain elements from my series of illustrations to create ceramics, such as this mushroom tower. Creating ceramic pieces with other contents may disrupt or confuse the content in my illustrations and the order of the concept, so the ceramics will present some details in the illustration which will help to understand. I summarized the development plan for the later stages of my project. First, I will create illustrations representing the three categories: food, danger, and weather. I plan to make three things. Here is an example of my theme may look like, but I will adjust it. I think each will contain narrative comics and monoprint illustrations and accompanied by visual experiment pages. I will also continue creating the symbiotic series of illustrations with three main types, aiming for 6 large-scale illustrations. They will be the size of A3 or larger. Regarding ceramics, I will extract elements from the illustrations to create 3 to 9 pieces. Here I outline my work in the reader group. Our group focuses on the topic of excavating the unseen. We have divided our exploration into 4 sub-themes: sensation, mystery, memory, and relationship. I am part of the mystery group, and the materials I have researched are related to the mystical aspect and symbolism in visual representation and people's beliefs in these symbols. In the later stages, my responsibility will involve graphic design, web page layout, and other related tasks. Here are 2 examples of the layout I have designed. At last, these are some of my other works. Although they seem not relevant to my major project, they have helped me to try many different art forms and methods. Now this brings us to the end of my presentation. Thank you, everyone.